27. They're like, Lucy, just go back to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I guess we've seen enough here.
All right.
Go talk to the son.
No problem. When you go in to see the son, the old guy just pushes open the door. He doesn't fucking knock or anything. People to see you, sir. The son puts down a book that he was flipping through using a dagger called How to Avoid Inheritance Tax. And he goes, ah. He says, may I help you? He looks angry.
Hi. We've got some questions about your sister.
Our book title, Poisons Throughout the Ages, etc. All right. Ask quickly. I'm in a hurry.
Do you know what happened to her?
Something happened to her?
Well, she's missing.
Missing? I see. Well, good for her.
Do you know why she would be missing?
Probably ran away, is my guess. He is using the heel of his boot to try to nudge the dagger and book underneath the bed while talking to you guys.
Did you two get along?
He attempts to be slick. Not bad. We didn't try to kill each other. Not that anybody would be killing anybody else.
Of course.
Hmm.
What about?
Why was she chained up at night? I'm just gonna go for it.
Oh, my father felt she was too strong-willed. He believes women should know their place, and their place should be in the kitchen making him food.
So,
He has views on that. You don't like that, do you? It makes you angry, doesn't it? No, don't hurt him.
what?
Oh, never mind. Go on. Yes,
She was
What?
She was only chained up at night, or other times?
Or when she was getting too uppity. And Thursdays, of course.
So she didn't really get along with her father.
I guess you'd call their relationship challenging.
Okay.
She would scream at him. He would chain her up. The usual. I'm not really familiar with how other families do it, but
Did she have any other enemies?
enemies?
People.
Rationality, common sense. Other than that, no.
Okay. No people that might want to hurt her or abduct
Not
her.
yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
Soon.
Soon?
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
Nothing. I misspoke.
Empathy?
Do you need it? Oh, for a check, sure. Go ahead. He's honest. You can force right.
Michael, I'm gonna roll empathy. Is Michael the older or the younger?
Older.
Do you know her friends?
Oh, yes. Well, I tried to. Know her friends, he says awkwardly. He looks around.
They live around Nome Depot?
He gives you some names and addresses.
Okay.
And best vantage places for each. Ooh.
Michael, could you tell us some about your father?
Well, he's on the strict side of harsh. He, you know, my childhood was pretty much like anybody else's, I suppose. Placed in a burlap bag and beaten with rakes by the servants when I was misbehaving. My father claims to have invented the apostrophe.
Lovely.
Yes, he would. He's a councilman. He enjoys his work and um, keeps the city safe for democracy.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, we're all hoping he doesn't die horribly for his misogynistic viewpoint.
Not taking the bait. Not taking the bait, Michael.
I don't know what you're talking about, he says, looking around guiltily.
Neither do I. And I mimic his looking around.
They both seem to be completely distracted by fairies flitting around the ceiling right now. Glenn, you've had smoother interviews with as a PI in the past, but apparently that was a long goddamn time ago. This is just going horribly. You remember being a lot slicker at one point. Maybe you're losing it. Maybe it's the lack of the trench coat. It could be a lot of things.
Where'd my trench coat go?
Blew up.
No.
Who designed the bedrooms around here, Michael?
I don't know, whoever made Ovaltine Fortress.
Your sister's bedroom always been like that?
Since we moved in? Yeah, I remember the first gift my father ever got for her. Baby handcuffs. Had them bronze.
How long ago did you move in?
Not that long ago. I've lived here all my life, though.
What?
He nods.
How many years?
Oh, about 32.
You're 32?
Yes. Yes, I haven't had an easy time of it. My mother ran away before I was born.
Is your sister 28?
A bit younger than that.
Oh. How young?
Somewhere in her 17s, I think.
17.
Yes.
Quite a bit younger.
Well, now that you mention it, I suppose so. She has older friends, though, he says, very defensively. He stands in front of a book on poisons and their proper usage and folds his arms.
Any gentlemen suitors ever come to call on your sister?
Just the ones that my father would bring around nightly. He's been trying to get her married off to somebody since she was 14
I
or
see.
so. He's extremely old and such, you know.
Yeah.
I often talk to him about his health and how he should be more careful on the stairs at night in the dark.
Is that
He comes over and grabs you and shakes you and says, "I'm very concerned about my father's health."
I understand. Is
He
that
releases you and tries to drape himself in front of the bookcase. One of the books is called Incriminating Evidence and How Not to Leave It.
is that councilmanship a hereditary position?
No, just the money. I mean, no, it's an elected position by the other councilmen.
Oh. One of
Yes.
those. I see.
It would be quite a pity if he was to die suddenly. Even more so at the hands of a woman. That'd really make him mad.
Yep.
Which I hope you don't take it into your head to do. He looks thoughtful at this. like she might. Hmm?
Well, anything you want to ask, Dana?
There's nothing more I want to know. I look around his room, not like trying to be nosy about his books, but like, does he have barred windows?
No. Looks like a nice room to you. Definitely a bachelor pad type thing, though. He has a lot of weapons in here.
I think we're going to leave him to his weapons.
So,
Thank you very much, Michael.
of course. And thank you for calling me Michael. He closes the door after you. He seemed okay.
Yep, that's it. That's a good kid right there. Fine young man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You want to go to Gnome Depot?
Either that or talk to Pawpaw and Stanley.
You're gonna talk to the dog?
I like puppies.
Yeah, I see that. Okay. Let's talk to Stanley.
Oh, that's not where I thought that one was going. All right, no problem. Stanley's standing there going, yes. He looks like he's about 187.
How long have you
What?
worked? How long have you worked here?
I'm not allowed to drink on duty.
Do you know what night Miss Lacey went missing?
I wasn't aware that she was sexually active, especially with nights. I didn't know we had any left. Good for her, sir. He goes, rumpity, bumpity.
Good puppy.
He's over there. The dog looks at you. It's sitting on the floor, cocks its head to one side.
I go over to Pawpaw.
Papa looks attentively at you. He
I
looks like
slowly
some
begin
sort
to
of
pet it.
terrier. It just sits there and lets you fucking pet it for a while. It doesn't seem especially excited by this, nor is it growling. So you're kind of in the middle.
Sounds good.
You get your time petting the dog to try to increase your life expectancy and shit.
It's important.
Apparently so, yes.
It'd be helpful if we knew how long she was missing.
Well, Dad thought it was
Yes,
last night.
no, I think that off is the correct answer, says Stanley.
Up?
He looks up. Hey! He stands there waiting for more questions.
Did you move in with the family?
Only once. I was a young lad. It was rock and roll.
Are you the one that locks Miss Lacey up at night?
Only to discover electricity is what I'd heard, but I was never associated with Mr. Franklin.
Are there any other servants around?
2 carried in the portrait.
Oh, yeah. There are other servants.
Talk to them.
All right. You've got the portrait carriers and the cleaning woman that you managed to get. Cleaning woman. Anyway, sorry, back to that again. So, right. The
Hello.
big couple of large lads. They look strong. They look like the kind of people you want to help you move furniture.
Hi.
Hello. They both clutch their hats in their hands and slowly rotate them.
Um, do you know which of the staff is responsible for locking Lady Lacey up at night?
Oh, I would do that, sir, says the maid. At the instructions of her father, she didn't want her to get into any trouble. Poor dear.
Of course. Do you
He was
know
a he's a very attentive father. Is she in some sort of trouble, sir?
well, she's missing.
We're going to find that out.
Hmm. She looks back and forth suspiciously between the two different answers she has to choose from. I see.
I wanted to ask you how long she's been missing.
I didn't know she was.
Okay. So
She
you
wasn't at breakfast. Will you be joining us for dinner, sir, ma'am?
so you locked her up last night? Was that the last time you saw her?
Yes. And
And
the
who?
instructions from my father. I never hold to that sort of thing myself. I
Yes.
usually give the back of my hand to my girls and boys when they back talk me, but never locking up. No, would give them a timeout occasionally, but then found out that they just made them into little sociopaths.
But you don't typically unlock her in the morning?
Oh yes, I do, sir. When I get her into her clothes and such, it's not easy with the. She knows the name. Logan's having trouble. Corset, sir. The corset.
Yes, of course.
It shows her going, "Grr!" She's got fucking powerful ass forearms and stuff. You can almost feel your ribs breaking under those forearms in the corset.
So you would have went to a room this morning and found her missing.
Well, she wasn't in a room. That isn't to say she wasn't. I mean, what I meant to say is you should question them. The guys look at her and their hats spin slightly faster.
What do you mean?
Well, you've been asking me all the questions. I'd hate for them to feel left out.
Did you unlock her?
No, had chosen to unlock herself. I'm afraid, but don't tell her father. He gets in a wee bit of a tiff about that.
How long have you been in service with Lady Lacey?
6 years.
Okay.
Her father's always been a very attentive father. Always for her birthday, fitting new handcuffs to her, make sure that they stayed with her aging properly. Didn't keep on the baby handcuffs. That's a good man there, if you ask me.
It looked like she
Not
would.
easy to find baby handcuffs either. Had to have them special made all the way from Bristol.
Yes, yes. Looks like she would sneak out regularly. Do you know anything about that?
Oh my word! Empathy rolls. She she would clutch her pearls, but she's not rich enough to have any.
Made it.
Nope.
She is attempting to act surprised. Sheila believes that she is surprised.
She's a terrible maid. This doesn't know anything.
No, there's no account of that sort of talk. We shouldn't have that sort of talk. No. I have to go dust things now. Excuse me.
But you found her room empty this morning and you didn't think it strange.
I'm sure she'll be back when she's ready. Good day. He bustles off. The two men stand there and look at each other. They look at you. They begin sidestepping back toward the door. And they go, whoop.
They got away from you, Glenn.
Yep. Cheeky devils. Okay. Yeah, the case is still fresh.
It shows Rotten Tomatoes fresh score super low. So what?
Let's go.
Yeah. While we're here,
Oh, gonna murder somebody? Are you?
no,
Oh,
not this time.
okay.
Want to go outside and try to find where she would get down from climbing
There it is.
and do some
Big
tracking.
green ladder. And do some tracking, you said?
Yeah.
Sure, go for it.
At half.
Yeah, you can kind of track her around. Looks like she was dodging various guard patrols and stuff. You were kind of wandering haphazardly through, guards watching you as you're tracking stuff. You kind of lose her after a while because apparently they were doing their marching up and down the field here. Got two. Sergeant Major. Who wants to join me marching up and down the field?
You don't march to the top of the hill and down again?
No, you're kind of on top of a hill already, so you're already halfway there, and he just couldn't have that. So, yeah, you track a bit. There's definitely some dodging and weaving and stuff going on here. From her footprints, it appears that she's about 17 years old. So, what do you guys do now?
Okay. So we lose her before she exits the fort?
Well before. Also, she was not heavily encumbered when she was sneaking out, apparently.
Okay. Good to know.
Uh-huh.
Let's go visit some addresses.
Yep.
Cut to, you find out a lot of shit. But give me a fast talk roll to find out any shit. If you make fast talk, then they'll like you enough to talk to you. Otherwise, you're called a pervert. Told to go away. Maybe the guards called on you if you fumble.
I made fast talk.
Cool. Yeah, there's always people around while you're talking to these girls because, you're super old. And so, I'd like to talk to your teenage daughter.
Oh, I fumbled.
You fumbled?
I need to go away now.
She's like, she's off to the side going, and they're like,
Did you ever meet Pawpaw? He's the best.
right. So she goes to stand in the corner while you talk to people. She is just horrible at this.
I was supposed to be your chaperone to make you less weird.
Just because he's dressed in the scraps of a trench coat he refuses to remove that still smell like explosive.
My clothes survived.
Oh, okay. Just because he's
Glenn, you're so indignant about it.
Just because he smells like he got blown up recently doesn't mean...
I took a shower.
You're right. But did you have your trench coat laundered? Right. So, anyway...
He's not a monster.
Yeah, he's totally a monster.
He took a shower.
Hooray! But yeah, they'll talk to you. What do you want to ask them? Keep in mind that their parent and/or guardian and/or escape route is close by.
I asked them about Lacey.
They tell you an address to go to. If she's gone, she's probably there. It's the Potter lady.
Who?
The lady who makes pots. She's a Potter lady.
Potter. Okay. Why is she there?
Likes pottery?
Okay.
It's over near Crate and Barrel.
Did she come to visit a lot?
Here? When she could get away. Because her younger sister goes, boom, boom.
Okay. she ever tell you about any plans to escape?
It's kind of what she did all the time.
Yeah.
Her
I
father was a
mean,
real dick.
like a more permanent plan, aside from,
She wouldn't talk to us about that.
okay.
Might want to talk to Jess.
Jess is the Potter?
She rolls her eyes. Of course, Jess is the Potter. She does the 17-year-old girl. She rolls her eyes so hard your skull aches watching it. You've never seen. She rolls them so hard that they come back up from the bottom. She rolls her eyes as only an indignant adolescent can an adult. You feel so old. Over near the Clack's office, she says.
Clack?
Clack's.
Clacks.
The Clack's office. Oh my God, she rolls her eyes again.
Who's the Clack?
No, the Clack's office. Don't you know anything?
Nope.
I'm not from around here. I'm sorry.
It's the signal towers where they use all the lights and stuff.
Oh.
That's called the Clacks. That's how they send messages. Oh my
The
God.
Grand Clacks?
Yes, you've heard of it. Oh, I'm so
Oh,
happy.
Of course, the Grand Clacks.
She closes the door. You can hear her swearing at you. She's 2 little feet away. It's like, I hate adults. I hate men. I hate everything. I'm going to dress in black now.
Wow.
And thus another goth is born. Now, one of the girls that you're talking to, you were questioning her, kind of asking her the same stuff, because I'm assuming it's not just we ask once and we're happy with that. But partway through it, she kind of, during one of her eye rolls, her eyes stayed up so that just the whites were showing, and she says, "When the two become one, then the gate shall open." Two girls,
What?
one destiny.
One cup?
She blinks a few times and then goes on with her answer. Realizing.
Sorry. Empathy?
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know what to do with that.
Sure, give me an
Occult
empathy roll.
What's
He's
going
busy answering your question.
Essence?
Essence.
I
No.
made empathy.
She doesn't seem to realize that she just did some weird shit there.
Okay.
She continues on with your answer and then rolls her eyes at you, like all the other teenage girls have been.
Occult lore?
Sure, go for it.
Made it at half.
Shit, she may have had some sort of vision or been a seer, or maybe she's just a little crazy, because at this age, girls are pretty much all cray-cray. It's all them emotions and then getting body image problems because of advertising and shit. Shows like ancient 100-year-old magazines. This is what you should look like. This. We don't have magazines anymore. This.
You're supposed to look like the maiden in the comic book.
Ooh, that would be difficult. And you're surprised that maiden hasn't needed major back surgery. You're surprised that she's ever seen her belly. Obviously, that comic was drawn by a man, you're thinking. One who maybe never seen a woman before. Had a vague idea of things he liked and tried to add them all in there.
The men in the comic books also get hit pretty hard over the impossible stick.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, they have arms that are bigger than like the lady's head and shit, regularly. Even the smaller ones, like the hash vendor, the guy selling drugs, he has all fucking rippled arms and has a fucking washboard stomach. And you're like, this is not what drug people are normally like. You're thinking that actually the guy may have been attracted to men as well. It's hard to say. He spent a lot of time drawing bulges of different sites, different types. Awkward.
Are we done with the girls then?
This investigation's bothering the fuck out of me, says Glenn, who hasn't gotten to do a PI thing in a couple 100 years. He's like, I know why I stopped now.
Let's go to the clacks.
That's the Potters by the Clacks. Can I do like streetwise to know anything about the Potters or?
Sure.
Okay. No.
Okay.
No, nothing.
I shall try. Now that I'm done impersonating Pawpaw. I did it.
Word on the street is that if you ask her real nicely, she may make some erotic pottery. This is the only illegal thing. Well, it's not even that illegal, but it's the only kind of illegal thing that she does. That's what Streetwise gives you. It's the world of illegal shit, not like here's your background dossier and stuff.
Yeah.
Also, word is that she has a mysterious past.
Okay. Let's go to Rittenhouse Row.
You guys head over there. Possibly, well, you guys walk everywhere because you're cheap and plus you seem like walking.
Yep.
You guys pass, of course she does. Yeah, the washboard stomach girl. You guys pass the statue of Lady Rittenhouse. This is like been a hero of the town since the Old West days. She was a badass rootin' tootin' two-fisted gunfighter and stuff. She's got 2 pistols and stuff. Old West days. And that's the town square of Rittenhouse Row. And Clacks is off that. There's a cooper shop. They make barrels called Crate and Barrel. And passing that, you head over to the potter shop. No erotic pottery is displayed in the windows. It's considered too racy for this kind of average shops. But the lady named Jess is in there, and she is not currently making pots or playing the Ghost theme song, but she is working and such today. She looks at you guys. She has some scars and stuff here and there on her face, and her hands look super calloused. Can I help you?
Hi.
Hi.
We're looking for Lacey.
You get to watch empathy rolls.
Made it.
Did not make it, but did not fumble. Oh no, I did make it. I did.
Woo, woo. You guys watch her go from professional curiosity to stonewall. Ooh, she says.
With her face like that, does she remind me of Lacey's portrait?
No, not even a little bit. This lady looks like she's had her nose broken and reset badly a couple of times.
You know who.
I'm not here to play peekaboo. I'm selling pots. Would you like to buy some pots?
Yeah, I started looking at the pots.
Okay. Give me a luck roll there for something.
Just her?
Yeah.
No.
There are no pots with dogs on them in this fucking shop.
Any animals? I'll go with like just animals in general.
Not with that luck roll. You're lucky that
Yeah.
there's not. It's geometric designs. All geometric designs.
Nothing natural at all.
Abstract art.
Yeah, well, keep in mind a lot of the homes and buildings and stuff here are brutalist architecture. The horrible concrete stuff that looks like it was designed by people who are saying "fuck you" to the world. You notice that she kind of has edged closer to the counter and has one hand on top and one hand down under the counter that you can't see. One hand is now hidden.
I come back from my disappointing look around. Is there like a chair
No, it's a
customers or no?
shop. Yeah, she doesn't
Okay.
want you sitting down and
Yeah.
staying here. There's a big pot you could possibly sit in, but then your butt would literally be it. Maybe you could use it to shit in. I don't recommend it in the middle of the store, but another customer comes in, wanders around. I like pots, 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 pots. He says, "Do you have any M4?" She's like, "I don't have any fucking M4." He goes, "All right." Leaves. Goddamn Greek, she says. So, anything else?
Jess, we're here to help. And I look around. No more customers.
Not yet.
Lacey is about to be in a lot of trouble. So she got out, but we got to make some sort of story stick with her dad. Or he's going to keep chasing after her.
Give me a fast talk roll at full. This sounds reasonable.
I have a skill plus 10 on that.
Okay. You know you're going to fumble anyway, so
I
that
know.
makes it more bittersweet.
Okay. So let's see.
There you go. Called it. Whoop, whoop. Satan is my friend. I love him. Satan, Satan, Satan.
Is that a fumble with your card?
I got a 76 after
not quite a fumble. Okay. Damn.
So barely.
I was close, though. She goes, "Isn't that special?"
What she means is an arrangement can be made.
What kind of arrangement, she says?
Well, obviously we need to talk to her, but...
Yeah, we'll assume that's not happening and go from there. What kind of arrangement, she says? You were so close, too. So close. Your bullshit, she was right to accept. Now he's going more vague and further away, and we'll probably end up getting negatives to his roll. You're so close. He goes,
I mean, her father would be happy if we just grabbed her and dragged her back. That's not what we want to do.
What do you want to do?
We want to make her situation more livable.
How? She says. She looks at you as though you've just said, "I like crack, 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 crack in my pipe. Here it goes down my lungs."
Well,
the father is very anxious to have her married. If that was off the table,
she looks at Glenn.
If that was off the table, the father would not have a need to keep her so controlled.
I've heard that he is going to be getting her married soon, regardless of her wishes. So I'm not hearing anything new.
If she was already married.
She looks at Glenn. Ugh.
Not to him. Not to him.
She looks at you and raises an eyebrow.
Surely she has someone special if she's sneaking off in the night all the time.
She doesn't have anyone special. And don't call me Shirley.
Okay. That's surprising for a 17-year-old.
Well, not so surprising depending on her social situation. I mean, if she's just in the castle all the time.
She's out all the time.
There's a lot of guardsmen in there, she says.
She tries to sneak out all the time.
She's getting better.
Yes, congratulations. That was well done by her.
She is an impressive young woman with a grand future ahead of her.
What type of future does Lacey see for herself? What would she like to do?
Give me a fast talk roll again at full for her to tell you, because she doesn't know if she feels she can trust you, especially after that last one.
I know. I keep barking and stuff.
Yeah, well, I'd be
Okay.
good at Sandy for you. Just every now and then you just pretend believe you're a dog.
Oh wait, that made
Dog
it.
thing.
I made my fast talk.
Hey.
She goes, adventurer.
Hmm.
Okay.
Oh, we could definitely give
can
her
work
a
with it.
reference for the Adventurers Guild. Or, I'm sorry, it's
What
the
Adventurers
Mercenaries
Guild?
Guild. The Mercenary
What?
Guild. That's
She's
what
not
it's
a
called.
mercenary. She wants to become an adventurer, a more noble calling.
I see. Well,
She's not even in this city anymore. Ha 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 ha.
what?
Nothing. Ha 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 ha. She
Her,
says.
her friend said she was here.
Oh, yes. Feel free to tear apart this city looking for her.
Success.
What? What?
The muzzle.
Oh, I couldn't see what you were holding in your hands there.
Well,
So,
I think I've broken a toe.
cool.
we could get her an apprenticeship as an adventurer.
She looks
Well-
at you so you said, you know, we could get her started on a heroin habit. That'd be good for her. She'd like that. She looks at you like,
It seems to me that Lacey is potentially already well on her way to the life that she would choose for herself. So what we need to do is to have some sort of information that would be credible to the father to not interfere with Lacey's future happiness. Is there what
Yes.
suitable powerful person could she potentially, if they were to meet, be engaged to and was visiting, but that the father would not look into?
I have no idea. I don't really deal with politics here. It tends to cause you to disappear and reappear in a gulag. Yeah. Where are you guys from?
We're not from around here.
I know you said that already. Where are you from?
Baltimore.
Baltimore?
Can I get a?
Yes, that's how you say it.
when
Very
she
good.
Said that she wasn't in town.
Yes.
Ugh.
She goes, you're not sure what to make of that.
It's a hard read.
Mm-hmm. She looks smug and keeps one hand under the counter on something.
I make sure to not.
What
I'm
you
not
got?
standing in front of that counter.
The fingers of her other hand drum the counter.
Making me nervous, lady.
You're making me nervous. Maybe if you left, I'd be less nervous. Look at how you're keeping me nervous, she says. You can
Mr.
see
Hunt
our-
is going to keep looking for his daughter, and he's going to hire people who are not as courteous as we are. They can certainly follow the trail that we did.
I agree,
Oh.
but I see where you're going, and they'll come and ask me hard questions. I'm ready for that, she says. And from under the counter, she pulls out a sword.
Nice.
It is a nice sword, actually. Basket hilted.
Is it ceramic?
No, it's some sort of metal rapier thing. It's kind of thick.
Nice sword.
Thanks. She handles it like she's really super used to it. You see her calluses and the handle kind of match. They almost kind of, yeah. She waits patiently. She's doing the thing of like patting one hand with the blade of the sword while giving you a meaningful look that means she could probably just start running you through soon if she needed. Her arms are pretty powerfully built. Like she works out a lot. Maybe as much as Data Zool.
No.
No.
Like your style, Jess.
Thanks, she says. look, you seem like nice guys, but you don't have a plan beyond trying to convince her dad that she's married to some guy who's famous enough to do it, who he could probably just check with and go, are you married to my daughter? And him go, who's your daughter? And then that whole thing falls apart. She's out. She's left the city. She's going free. There's nothing you can do to get her back.
Oh, I mean, we could get her actually married to someone that she wants, or we
She
could
doesn't want to get married. She wants to become an
get
adventurer.
things set up so that she can leave her room whenever she wants. We can help her be an adventurer.
So you would return her to a father who was shackling her up from the time she was an infant?
No, we would not. I
Monster are
shouldn't,
you?
Glenn.
Why are you traveling with this
No.
monster, she
No.
said, who
No,
relies on the solidarity of women. She goes, I feel like going to the bathroom, she says, looking at Dana.
we'd get the chains removed.
No, I'm going to the bathroom with Jess. Excuse me, Glenn.
They leave you.
Okay, I take a looking back.
That's where the bathroom is, you pervert.
No, Glenn.
You can't come to the bathroom with us, she says, pointing her sword at your chest.
Okay,
No bathroom for you. Stay out here.
I'm looking around.
Lots of pottery. You could definitely do some smashy, or you collect some pots. There's even there's a potter wheel with and there's a sign on the back of it. It says, "Reenact Ghost, buy now," and then the price on it. It's a romantic thing. It's got like hearts and shit on the pottery wheel.
Nowhere you could hide a teenage girl.
There's a super big pot over there, but the problem is that the top is a little higher than you could reach or see into. So you'd have to try to climb up this pot, which might end up being delicate or might end up like tipping over and falling on you.
Basement, attic.
Oh, no, it's nothing like that. But that super big pot is a possibility. You could definitely fit a teenage girl, maybe two in there.
Shed.
Nothing in the showroom area of the thing.
Is
You look
this
behind the counter suspiciously?
Is this a freestanding building or in a row or
Freestanding.
no outbuildings?
You go outside and walk around. Right. Meanwhile, in the back room, she's like, "Why do you travel with that monster? Why do you return her into slavery like that?"
If I can change him, perhaps I can change more.
Oh my God, you're trying to fix him, she says. She grabs you and shakes you. Don't try to fix men, they're broken.
At least I can mitigate the damage he causes.
Okay, I'll buy that, she says. So you're going to have to kill him?
It hasn't come to that yet.
Yet.
That's what I can answer about that, Jess.
All right. Well, I think you've got her best interests in mind, but I think that if I was to tell you where she's gone, that monster you're with would, even if he doesn't drag her back, he would tell her father, and then he would send men to drag her back.
I don't believe that is true, but I can definitely understand where you're coming from.
I mean, I was thinking about telling some stuff until he started saying we could get the chains removed and stuff like that, and then I knew he was a complete monster.
He doesn't think sometimes.
Men, she says. She rolls her eyes.
Completely side note, Jess. We're gonna get back to Lacey. Does when the two become one mean anything?
She says, I have no idea what that means. There's only one Lacey. She's a very special girl. Young, headstrong, good violence, though. I've been secretly training her to sword fight for a couple years.
That will serve her very well.
I think so, too. But she is young and naive and headstrong. I am worried about her. If it was just you, I would send you out to check on her, but how well can you control him, really? She Eyes you.
I believe very well, and that's don't tell him that is how it works.
Give me a fast talk roll. If you make this, she'll tell you. Otherwise, she'll bid you good day.
I made it.
She'll tell you. She says, Santa Claus.
Do I know what that is?
I don't know. Give me
I'm acclimated to the city.
then you're at full. Give me a city lore roll, please.
City lore, is that like a write in at learn or something though?
Uh-huh. Yep, same as last time you tried to roll it. See, climatize means you're not at negatives for
Yes,
different shit.
yeah. Which I'll take that.
Mm-hmm.
No, I didn't make it at learn.
Close. She looks at you and nods.
Thank you very much, Jess.
You bet. Now, if she ends up back at her father's house, I'm blaming you.
It will not because we convinced her or made her.
We'll see. I'm going to blame him for sure, though. That Glenn guy is a bastard. I can tell.
Well, potential, Jess, for you not to blame us is that if Lacey were to get some sort of power over her father and be able to manipulate him, she might very willingly go back to the castle that she's no longer prisoner of.
He's a horrible man. I doubt that any woman will get power over him.
Sounds extremely blackmailable then.
I don't know. Over what? How would you blackmail somebody like that?
I'm not sure. But he seems like he probably wouldn't disappear his daughter if she were to have something on him.
You have a point. Good luck. We're all counting on you.
Thanks.
It shows like the little black and kind of grainy black and white film. What women do in the bathroom. Shows them each doing a bump of cocaine. And then she comes back. All right, we're ready to go. And that, folks, is what happens in every women's bathroom. So, that's why they're so clean. Gotta get the surfaces clean to do coke off of. Anyway, so she comes back. Just scowls at you as though you are everything wrong with men, Glenn.
Yeah.
Glenn, this is a dead end. Let's go.
Okay. Can I get a memory roll on what the eye roll girl said? The two become one, and
I don't
Two
remember
girls.
everything she said, so it's kind of on you there. Your memory's probably better than mine. Good luck to you.
All right. Let's walk off the street. Let's not be right out here.
You guys go to a little cafe and mark off 2 silvers. You guys are having a coffee served in small, delicate cups. Watching a guy going by on top of a zebra. The zebra doesn't seem to like it. Or zebra if you're from England.
aha. I pay for the coffee.
Hooray! You guys are
Glenn.
able to talk in pretty much privacy here, as long as you don't start screaming at each other.
Can't say it won't happen. Both of us.
Point.
What I remember, Glenn, but I don't know if I got all of it, was when 2 become 1 and then 2 girls. So I don't know if you were able to jot anything else.
I didn't get anything.
Well, in May or so, this will become part of the thing that's published online, so you'll be able to find out in May.
Oh, well, we still wouldn't have figured it out by May, I'm sure.
Cool.
We'll just be like, we don't know why there's another sleeper locked up somewhere. We don't.
There's so many pieces of plots that it makes me delighted and makes the players go, at least there's plots. Don't know what to do. Keep getting distracted, but there's plots.
Okay.
Saying, don't want to do that one or that. That looks bad.
I want to get infected. Glenn,
Somebody guy just heard, I want to get infected. Glad? And the guy's like, he spits his coffee all over somebody else. And the guy goes, where's the butter? And he goes, oh, and the guy starts drinking, and he goes, and spits.
excellent. I have ferreted out those who were trying to eavesdrop.
It's a great visual guy.
I'm gonna switch to Hebrew to see if for more privacy.
Very well.
No, I do not successfully speak Hebrew at you, Glenn. Nor do I know that you know it.
Yeah. She sounds like she's making up words again, Glenn.
I speak Hindi at you.
Mm-hmm. You think that he may be the most racist person you've ever seen putting on that fake accent?
Me doing Hebrew is fine, but you're crossing the
line.
People so touchy these days.
I thought you were doing Hindi. So anyway, Glenn.
Did you get anything?
Yeah, I did. I did. After we cleaned the counters, we talked. She said Santa Claus.
Dun, dun, dun,
but I don't. But I don't know enough on how to dig that.
Santa Claus, Indiana.
Did you make your roll?
What am I rolling?
San Angela's post-apocalyptic San Angeles lore.
Nope.
Cool. See, if you make it, you get to check and learn, so it's extra good to try for these fucked up skills.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I don't know if there's anything on the map here.
Santa Claus a place?
Just said Santa Claus. Is there a mall? Is it wintertime?
Yeah.
There could be a lot of Santa Claus.
It's hard to tell if it's wintertime since you're in California, but, you know.
Well,
I mean, you can. There are lots of other people at this fucking cafe drinking coffee and doing their best to ignore you guys.
Yeah. I'll ask the shopkeeper.
Or a waiter. Waiter comes over to your table. Shopkeeper, you'll have to go look for.
Okay.
Waiter goes, sir?
Do you know about Santa Claus?
Ho, 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 sir?
Is there Santa Claus in the city?
No.
No.
I think he lives at the North Pole. He looks at you, so you may be a dangerous psychopath. Another coffee?
No, thanks.
All right.
Still working on this one.
All right. He goes off to wherever he came from. There's other people sitting around and stuff if you just want to start asking random people. Tell me about Santa.
Some things don't add up.
That or go to the library.
You could. The library. The answer to everything may be held within those walls.
I'll go to the library.
Excellent. They won't even let you in. It appears to be a heavily guarded building by octogenarians. And they look at your clothing like, in order to get into the library, you have to be a member. This is a private library. Membership cost is 1,000 silvers per person per year. 10,000 silvers gets you a lifetime membership. They guard the books here like they're worth a lot of money. The librarian attempts to look down his nose at Glenn, but Glenn's much taller than he is, so he stands on a crate and does it.
Do you know about Santa Claus?
He says, he gets ready to say something stupid. Let me see how he does. He says, the person or this town?
I think it's the town.